Let me now introduce to you the idea of time preference. So here is a question. Compare the utility or satisfaction from dinner today and dinner tomorrow. What do you think? Sitting here today, as you are now, what is the value of dinner today as opposed to dinner next week? Do you think today's dinner has more value to you today than next week's dinner? The answer, of course, is yes. A dinner today will be preferred to a dinner next week, which will be preferred to a dinner next year. Sitting here today, from today's perspective, that is. Now, if the value of the dinner next year is 90% of the value of the dinner today, we say that the future is discounted at 10% per year. The future is discounted at 10% per year. So what are discount factors? In every such decisions that we take, where there is a trade-off between present and the future has to be appropriately discounted, because from today's perspective, the future's value is less than the value today for the same amount of consumption. Discount factor, usually denoted by delta, is the rate at which the future is discounted. So the discount factor typically lies between 0 and 1. Why? Because the dinner tomorrow can hardly be more valuable than the dinner today. As a result, the delta is less than 1, and the dinner tomorrow carries some weight, right? So it's not that there's absolutely no value. As a result, delta takes a value greater than 0. So delta is bound between 0 and 1. Here is an example. So what is the total utility today, from today's perspective, from today's dinner and next week's dinner? The total utility is equal to utility of dinner today plus delta W times utility of dinner next week. What is delta W? Delta W is nothing but the weekly discount rate. It's the weekly discount rate. So now think of a person who has a high delta. What will you call that person? High delta essentially means this person values dinner next week almost at the same level as dinner today. So what kind of a person is he or she? The person is a patient human being. What about low discount factor or low delta? What kind of a person is he or she? So suppose the delta W was equal to 0. What is the total utility from dinner today and dinner next week that was equal to utility of dinner today? Which means if delta W is 0, I don't care about dinner next week at all. In other words, I am an extremely impatient person. So a high discount factor is associated with patience, and a low discount factor is associated with impatience. Now, I'll give you a few seconds. Take a look. Is delta high or low in each of the following cases? Save more for the future. High delta or low delta? High delta. Say yes to drugs. High or low? Low delta. Use protection while having sex. High or low? High delta. Be a regular at gym. High or low? High delta. Encash your investment to buy a convertible car. High or low? Low delta. Enroll for a PhD program.